Hello again. The universe or deity of your choice brought you here because the algorithm sure didn't. Just wanted to talk a bit more about why we're here. I've gone over some of this before, but we're here to raise the vibe of the planet, of Gaea, and also the collective, everyone down here. And there's different ways we can do that. And as I mentioned before, we can do that simply by looking someone in the eye and smiling at them or giving them a sincere compliment. Just whatever it takes that lifts your spirits, just do to others. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Um, Pretty simple. And that's all it takes. And um, many of the people down here, those who have souls, are young souls. This is their first incarnation here. And it's kind of like throwing them to the wolves. It was necessary in order to quickly raise the energy frequency. But understand that they're coming directly from a dimension where we are all connected together. There's no separation. We all have creator consciousness. And so we are all connected together. You would never do anything to harm someone else because it's harming you. And we all communicate telepathically. There's never any misunderstanding. As a matter of fact, there's always a constant background hum, a chorus of thoughts and conversations, if you will, which in many ways is like listening to a real chorus. Anyway, and those with souls aren't limited to just people. Many animals, many souls incarnate, higher dimensional souls incarnate down here as animals as well. And you'll know that if you have a connection. Some animals are soulless, just like many people are. But the ones with souls, you can tell. You can see it in their eyes, and they have personalities. Anyway, there's those individuals who are old souls who've incarnated down here many, many times. There's another way that we are raising the frequency, and that requires more effort and discomfort on our part. But many people with those type of soul missions incarnate into more difficult situations or family situations that can result in trauma and discomfort and negative or low frequency energy. And the way those individuals raise the frequency, they have to do it initially to themselves in their situation, but then that gives them the ability to clear that collective negative vibes and negative energy and raise the energy for everyone collectively. And so, of course, the more trauma you go through, that allows you to connect with many more people or collective trauma. So the way we clear that both individually and collectively is first you have to realize that exists, and you have to be aware of it, and then you have to realize how it hurt you and accept that, actually feel into the hurt, verify to yourself that you're legitimately hurt by that and why, and then comfort yourself, connect up to your higher self, and then speak to your lower dimension, your physical earth self, like a child, and comfort them. And by doing so, by acknowledging that hurt and that pain, you draw closer to it, and then you feel into it, and then you give that pain away to your higher self, to the creator, whatever deity you worship, to the earth, whatever. And by giving that away to your higher self, to your soul, that no longer has to be a burden upon you. Plus, that allows that frequency to go up to the creator to look at and analyze, and actually helps clear more of the negative energies down here. It's very important not to personalize all that trauma or the negative energy. And that's much easier said than done. I mean, horrific things happen to people and little children that should never happen to anyone. And so it's very important to acknowledge that pain and feel through it. But once you've done that, you need to just completely let it go. And of course, when you recognize that in others, you can reach out to them. You can help them process and clear that as well. But we don't have to necessarily do that person to person. Once we've tied into that energy and raised our own energy, we can tie into the same collective energy and clear that as well. Right now, one of the reasons it's so important to raise that frequency, and why so many young souls incarnated here in the last generation or two, is because the energy parasites feast off of soul energy, and they've created this matrix here in this world to basically parasite off of creator soul energy. But they can only do so by keeping our vibes and our energy low. And so by raising our frequency past a certain point, their matrix starts to collapse, and it's collapsing now as we speak. They've already lost. It's just a matter of time as things trickle down and their system completely collapses, but there's no going back. It's already collapsing right now. But what we're left with is ushering in the golden age of Gaea, raising the people and our planet's frequency into the higher dimensions. And we can do that over the next 100 years slowly, or if we raise the frequency high and fast enough, we can do it this year. And that's what I'm voting for, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I think that's enough right now. We've already run, but as always, remember V for victory, and catch you later.